Minnesota. Oh, and Cunningham is down. My goodness.
Sophie Cunningham, one of the league's most fiery competitors, a true enforcer and a fan favorite, has just gone down with a brutal injury. Now, injuries happen in sports. We've all seen them, but this one is different. This one is sparking outrage across the basketball world. Because fans believe Sophie's injury doesn't just hurt one player. It exposes a much bigger problem. An agenda that centers around the Indiana Fever and their superstar, Caitlin Clark. So we've got to ask, is the WNBA protecting one star while sacrificing others? Is the league creating an uneven playing field just to build a ratings empire? And most importantly, is Sophie Cunningham's injury proof that the WNBA has gone too far? Tonight, we're diving deep into the panic, the controversy, and the fallout from Sophie's injury, and why this could change the WNBA forever. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is where we break down sports beyond the highlights. We expose the narratives, the politics, and yes, the agendas shaping the games we love. Make sure to hit subscribe and drop a like, because this one's going to get heated. Let's start with what went down. Sophie Cunningham, Phoenix Mercury guard, known across the league for her toughness, grit, and fire, went down hard in what looked like a nasty collision. Social media exploded. Fans clipped the fall, slowed it down frame by frame, and demanded answers. Was it just bad luck?
Un freak accident?
Or, and here's where the controversy begins, was it the inevitable result of a league that's protecting one team and one player at all costs? Her black eye, her limp off the court, it wasn't just a physical blow. It was symbolic, because Sophie is not just any player. She's the spark, the agitator, the one who talks trash and backs it up, the one who steps in when her teammates need defending. And suddenly, she's the one sidelined, while her rivals, particularly the Indiana Fever, seem to walk away untouched. Look, injuries are part of sports. We all get that, but this one hits different. Why? Because of who Sophie is and because of the timing. Sophie has been one of the most vocal players in calling out the league's growing favoritism toward Caitlin Clark. She's one of the few who hasn't been afraid to push back against the hype machine. She's stood up for her teammates, she's called out unfair coverage, and she's challenged the narrative. And now, she's the one who goes down. Fans are asking, coincidence or consequence? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. There's no denying it. Clark is the WNBA's golden ticket. She's the rookie phenom. She's the ratings magnet. She's the player who's brought millions of new eyes to the league. Fever games are selling out. Ticket prices are through the roof. Merch is flying off shelves. ESPN runs her highlights on repeat. But here's the problem. When one player becomes bigger than the league itself, everything changes. The WNBA now faces massive pressure. Pressure to protect her, pressure to push her team, pressure to keep the storyline alive no matter what. And who pays that price? Players like Sophie Cunningham, players like Angel Reese, players who dare to challenge the narrative. This is where the phrase fans are throwing around comes in, the Indiana Fever agenda. Think about it. Referees in Clark's games, constantly accused of bias. A hard fouls against her?
Instant whistle.
Hard fouls by her? Silence. Now add Sophie's injury to the mix. And suddenly, it looks like the Fever are being shielded not just on the scoreboard, but in the larger storyline of the league. The WNBA wants Caitlin Clark to thrive. They want her front and center as the face of the league. And if that means other players have to get sidelined, well, that's just collateral damage. And let me tell you, fans are not buying it. On Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, it's a full-on meltdown. One fan tweeted, "How many more players need to get hurt before the WNBA admits it's rigging things for Caitlin Clark?" Another wrote, "Protecting one star while letting others take the hits is not growing the game. It's destroying it." And hashtags? Hashtag justice for Sophie. Hashtag Fever agenda. Both started trending. And it's not just fans. Former players and analysts are chiming in too, warning the WNBA that if they keep this up, they're risking their credibility. Here's why Sophie's absence hurts even more. Her nickname is the Enforcer. She's not just another guard. She's a protector. She's the one who steps in when opponents try to push her teammates around. She's the one who sets the tone, physically and emotionally. She's unapologetically competitive. And she's not afraid to call out favoritism when she sees it, which makes her injury more than physical. It's symbolic, because without Sophie on the court, the WNBA loses one of the few players willing to challenge the manufactured narratives. It's almost like silencing a voice the league didn't want amplified. So here's the million-dollar question. Is the WNBA protecting Caitlin Clark too much? Yes, she's the league's brightest star. But sports thrive on competition, fair competition. When refs start tilting games, when highlight reels overshadow real performances, when rivals mysteriously end up sidelined, you don't just protect a star, you isolate her. And here's the scary part. If the WNBA keeps babying Clark, it's not just fans who'll turn on the league. Other players will too. And when resentment boils over inside the locker room, that's when you have a full-blown crisis. Make no mistake, the league is in panic mode. They wanted record-breaking ratings. They got them. They wanted the Caitlin Clark show. They got it. But now, the favoritism is obvious. The injuries are piling up. The refereeing controversies are unavoidable. And fans? They're not stupid. They can see when a league is trying too hard to manufacture drama instead of letting the game speak for itself. That's what we're seeing right now. So what happens to Sophie? She's tough. Everyone knows that. She'll rehab, recover, and fight her way back. But the question is, will she get her spotlight back? Or will the league quietly push her aside, clearing the stage for Caitlin Clark and the fever to dominate every headline? Either way, Sophie's injury is now bigger than basketball. It's become a symbol of the WNBA's credibility crisis. This isn't just about Sophie, or Caitlin, or Indiana. This is about trust. Can fans trust the games are fair? Can players trust refs won't play favorites? Can the WNBA grow without turning into a scripted drama? Right now, the answers don't look good. And unless the league makes changes, unless it diversifies the spotlight, protects all its players, and stops bending the game around one agenda, this panic is only going to get louder. Here's the bottom line. Sophie Cunningham's injury wasn't just bad luck. It was a wake-up call. It exposed a league putting too much weight on one team, one star, and one storyline. And if the WNBA doesn't course-correct soon, it risks losing not just its credibility, but its future. But now I want to hear from you. Was Sophie's injury just an accident? Or is it proof that the Indiana fever agenda is real? Is Caitlin Clark being protected too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll feature the best takes in the next video. And don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and share it, because trust me, this story is just getting started.